Hello, my name is Mr. Head, and welcome to Chemistry Aid. One of the toughest things that you're going to come across in beginner's chemistry is balancing reactions. Now, in order to learn how to balance reactions, we need to start with a clear foundation. We can't just jump into balancing reactions right away. We need to understand the different symbols that are going to appear as we move forward. So today we're going to look at molecules and see exactly what all these numbers and symbols mean. In order to do this, we need to understand element symbols, subscripts, and coefficients. Like I said, we're going to start pretty basic today. So we're going to break apart this H2O. We've got 3 letters, numbers. What does each one of these mean? Well, the H is the chemical symbol for hydrogen. If you remember, atoms are really complicated. We're going to simplify things today and just say that atoms are spheres. If you look off to the side right now, you'll see a white circle with the H in it. That's going to represent hydrogen today. We know that we have a hydrogen atom somewhere in this water molecule. Let's skip the 2 for now and look at the O. Well, O is the element symbol for oxygen, so we also know that there's an oxygen atom present. Now, what could this 2 in the middle mean? Well, that 2 is written small and it's written a little under the normal text. We call that a subscript. In chemical formulas, the subscript will tell us about the element directly in front of it. So in this case, the 2 is talking about the hydrogen. What it's saying is, in H2O, there's actually 2 hydrogen atoms present. As you can see, the 2 hydrogens that are on the screen right now. So what about the oxygen? How many of those are present? There's no subscript. Well, scientists are really lazy. We hate writing the number 1. It's just assumed that if there's no subscript after an element, there must be 1 of that element. So in H2O, there's 1 oxygen atom present. With H2O, we've got 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. They're bonded together to create our molecule of H2O. That's the idea of subscripts. They tell us how many atoms are in a molecule. Just as a reminder, molecules are when you take more than 1 atom, combine them together to create something new, something with new properties. So H2O is a molecule. We want to make sure that we understand that before we move into coefficients. Now, let me add a coefficient to this. If you look off to the side, you'll see we've got 3 H2O. The 3 isn't a subscript, it's written really big, and it's written in front of the whole molecule. Unlike subscripts, a coefficient talks about all of the atoms that are behind it, all of the atoms in the molecule. Instead of talking about a particular element, we're saying that we have 3 water molecules. So this is what it would look like. We take our 1 water molecule we built before, and instead of just having 1, we're going to have 3. So the way I like to visualize this is that the subscript helps us build the molecule, and the coefficient tells us exactly how many molecules we have. This is the first step into balancing chemical equations. So in the next video, we're going to talk about coefficients, subscripts, and how to look at a chemical equation and see how many atoms are present. It's very important when we're balancing equations to make sure we have the same number of atoms at the beginning as we do at the end. And in order to do that, we need to know how to count atoms up. There should be a link down in the description below bringing you to the next video called Counting Atoms. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Thanks for tuning in to Chemistry Aid.